Hey guys, it's Rich with your Monday Spot and Pagan Perspective. I'm going to try to do this really quick on the description here because my phone is running dead or going dead, and that's where the topic lives for me. So this comes from Jenny Vamp 5, and it is on sigils. They write, "I was wondering if you could talk about sigils. I'm really unfamiliar with them, and didn't even know that they were used as part of witchcraft or in various parts of paganism until I began talking to more pagans online. Is it something that's been inspired by supernatural, or has it been a part of witchcraft for longer than that? I've been practicing for a long time, but I can't find anything about sigils specifically in any of my books. Do you know if there is a history of sigils, sigil use in paganism and or witchcraft, or might have come from? Do any of you use them as part of your practices? If you do, can you say why you use them, and what do you use them for?" Okay. There, I got that done before my phone went dead. Hooray. So, sigils actually are another name for symbols or any type of symbology. It actually comes from Latin. I can't remember the actual word in Latin, but the Latin word basically is sigil, which means symbol or any type of likeness of something. So basically, anytime you use any symbol or anything such as the triquetra that I often use, that is technically a type of sigil. Even though it's usually not called a sigil, it's usually just called symbols or anything in the reference of symbology. So therefore, yes, a lot of people use them, and it actually dates back to ancient times, whenever you couldn't necessarily write. They didn't have a necessary formal language or like an alphabet or anything. They had symbols that meant certain things. So those were actually your first sigils. You see it a lot in Theban. If you study witchcraft and you use the Theban alphabet, those are considered sigils. There's a couple different types of alphabets that they use. The Futhark, the runic alphabet, the Futhark, they use that. Those are sigils, technically, and a lot of people use them in binding rituals, or they bind certain symbols or sigils in certain ways that mean protection. Or like if you take the symbol for home and you take the symbol for protection and you put them together, that's a type of binding spell. You're protecting your home with this symbol or a sigil. So it's basically the same concept that Supernatural kind of brought forth in the TV shows, and it's just more of a way that they kind of separated it from witchcraft and paganism in general, because in the TV show they didn't necessarily like witches. So in order to counteract the, hey, we don't like witches, but we're going to use some symbols that they use and just call them sigils. A less common name that pagans and witches nowadays, they don't usually call them that. So I think that was more of the reason that they called them sigils in the TV shows. So yes, it's actually been around a lot longer than that. Like I said, I use the triquetra quite often in my practice. You will actually, in my altar room, see probably about at least 4 or 5 of them sitting around the room. To me, they can mean different things depending on how I'm feeling. Most often they mean ancestors, God, as in with the way I believe that God is the Christian God, or the all-encompassing umbrella of all energy and all being, not necessarily the Judeo-Christian God itself or himself. And it also encompasses every other pagan god and deity, and into that all, the God figure, the spirit. So you have God, and then you have the ancestors, and then you have one of my deities, being a Christo-pagan, is Christ. So I mean, it works for me. It doesn't necessarily jive for everybody. So that's what makes me different from everybody else, and kind of makes everybody's path different from one another, is that you may not necessarily agree with one thing or another, but that's what the symbol or the sigil means to me. I haven't worked with many other sigils or symbols or binding runes or any type of binding magic of that sorts, but it has been something that I've been meaning to do because it does intrigue me. It does seem, like it should work. In my mind, it makes sense. So it's something that I've been meaning to do. I believe Eric has done it, and he can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he's done sigils around his house, if I have this correct. And Eric, if I get this wrong, please forgive. But I believe he's also done binding runes and stuff like that. So he can probably actually do a little bit of a demonstration, or give a little bit more detail into symbols and symbology and sigils in general. So with that, I'm going to sign off. May you all have a great day and a better tomorrow. I'll catch you all next week. Bye-bye.